Hey everybody, welcome to the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. I'm Chris, this is my channel. On this channel I like to drink craft beer, I like to review craft beer, and I don't like to pay a whole lot of money doing it. So the beers that I review on this channel usually come in around the $2 price range, such as the case with today's beer. It was actually $2.49 for this 12-ounce can of Odell's Sippin' Pretty. I'm going to try and get off some of that glare so you can actually see the design on there. Nice hummingbird, nice floral design we got going here, interesting can design. This beer is actually 4 months prior to its drink by date, so it's nice and fresh. Has a 4.5 ABV. Went to the website, was unable to find any IBUs. Basically, just described as a fruited sour, so it's a sour ale. And normally, I would not put a soured ale or a fruit beer into a snifter / goblet, but when I went to the Odell website, that's exactly what they were displaying the beer in. So I always say, as strange as it may seem, whatever the brewer suggests drinking the beer out of, that's what I always go for. I say follow the rules until the brewer suggests something you weren't expecting. As I said, I paid $2.49 for that 12-ounce can. Has a 4.5 ABV, so very low in alcohol. Not expecting much of an alcohol burn. Amongst the reviewing community, 7 of my friends on Untappd gave this a cumulative score of 3.54. 11,000 of us have given it a cumulative score of 3.56. Beer Advocate has only had 17 rankings, but its score is 3.67, giving it a good on their scale. 3.67 is good on their scale. So, gang, I don't have a whole lot to tell you about this beer because, as I said, I went to the website. There's not a whole lot of information. I can't even get IBUs. I do want to show you one thing here, and I will always show this when I can on a bottle or a can, and that is the Independent Craft Brewers. See that right there? Right then, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a good beer, but it does promise you you're not drinking a corporate beer. And Odell has not actually been in Vegas for very long. I don't know how long they've been in existence, period, but I know that they showed up on our shelves right around the time of the Lee's beer and tequila experience last year. It's when I first saw Odell showing up, and so it's fairly new to the valley, at least. I don't know how old the beer itself is. With 11,000 rankings of this beer, it's probably, well, you could rack up 11,000 rankings over a year, so it's difficult to say. Anyway, I'm going to quit yapping my flap. We're going to pour this bad boy and see what we got going here. On the website, it looked like a very nice, almost rosé wine color. So let's see what we got going here. Okay, that's looking a little bit more like strawberry lemonade, but still a nice color. Looks like we've got a good head on this. It's so hazy, it's difficult really to see how high the carbonation level is, but I am going to describe that as about medium high. Now the head is definitely flimsy. I'm already seeing bubbles just popping away, and it won't be long before this head is completely gone. So it's not a particularly heady beer, but fruit beers oftentimes aren't. So I'm going to give this a quick beard wipe, see what we come across. Okay, there it is. Actually, I smell mostly booze. So I'm going to stick my schnoz into the glass, see what I can come up with. Now I smell a lot of fruit. Okay, just a quick explanation of this beer. More of a mantra than a beer. Sipping Pretty is our fruited sour ale, loaded with our unique blend of acai, guava, and elderberry, and balanced with a delicate addition of Himalayan pink sea salt. This beer pops with a bright ruby color and refreshing tart finish. So sit back, relax, sip on something pretty. It does have a ruby color. What you're seeing is pretty much the color of this beer. It's one of the few times when the camera is actually showing the actual color of the beer. And boy, do I smell grapefruit when I bring it to the nose. Now, they don't list grapefruit. Maybe that's just a combination of all the, the gestalt of all the other aromas. I do smell that pink Himalayan sea salt. Those of you who use pink Himalayan sea salt know that there is a very distinct smell to that. And I really, really do smell that. So I'm going to quit yapping my flap and start drinking. Cheers. That's refreshing. It's vibrant. It's got a good mouthfeel. I'm going to give that about a medium mouthfeel. Not a really spiky, but some spikiness to it, letting you know that you're drinking something more than just a lemonade. No alcohol burn. Definitely tasting lots of fruit. Tart. I'd say really more tart than sour. Some would argue that tart and sour are synonyms. I don't agree with that. But it is very tart, more like cherry tartness than sourness. The The more I drink this, the more I get my nose right into the glass. I'm definitely smelling. I'm thinking they must have used like farm bred, uh, just the standard farmy yeasts, because this sure smells like the inside of a barn. Fruit and then the inside of a barn, so I guess the inside of a barn at an orchard, huh? Good beer. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.0. I think a 3.75 was enough for it with the extra 0.25 for coming in a can. I'm going to show you the can one more time, hopefully and not end up with too much glare. There we go. So there it is, the Odell Sippin' Pretty. So far I've been pretty satisfied with Odell's beer. This one's pretty good too. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to give it a 4.0. So guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, drink good beer and don't break the bank doing it. Cheers.